Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your reading for August 2026. So I invite you to stay, take what resonates, leave what does not. This is my only account, Iridescent Awakening. I'm never going to reach out to you for any reason, so please don't get scammed. Okay, so we've got your reading here. Let's find out what you need to know in here at this time. I feel like I have to pull just one more card. One more. Great. Okay. So right now there are some burdens, it looks like. Sorry, kick the light. This is the Ten of Wands. There's something kind of burdensome right now. You're holding on to a lot. You might have a lot of work responsibilities. You might have some deadlines you need to meet. Things just feel really heavy. In the challenge position, I see the Eight of Swords. This might be a circumstance, like a workplace or a business or something that you've been just like existing in, and you felt maybe the need to move or the need to get out of it, and for whatever reason you don't feel like you can. But the Eight of Swords signals like an imposed prison, self-imposed, like you could get out of this, but maybe you're not seeing all of the outs or all the options you have to get out. Yeah, we're gonna dig deeper here. The root of it is the Chariot. In my mind, I kept hearing the winds of change, like something is maybe prompting you to move, and for whatever reason you're not doing it, or for whatever reason you don't feel like you can. So we're gonna see in this reading if there's any guidance. We'll get you some clarity on that. But basically, Spirit's illuminating that there needs to be some movement happening that's not happening, and that's why these burdens feel so intense right now, because they're intensifying to remind you that change has to happen. And part of you is the change. You have to make that physical movement. In the past, I see that you were doing really well financially. You were independent. You were, just thriving and having a good time, it looks like. And if you weren't having a good time, you were still making good money. Like you were feeling supported. And possibly things have changed. Maybe something medical happened recently, or you lost a job, or maybe you just haven't been making the same predictable income. I feel like for a lot of you, this is going to be income related. This is going to be like actual financial stuff. This could also be feeling limited in a relationship. Like maybe you don't feel independent any longer. Maybe you feel stuck in codependent patterns. So take what resonates. Again, everyone's situation is different. But I see that there's so much potential for you to step into this abundance right now. You are the Empress, never gender specific. You are in a season where it's time to receive, and the circumstances you're existing in don't match this energy. The energy that you're sitting in is depleting you, and it's keeping you from receiving. And Spirit's saying, once you start this Chariot action, this movement, then this is when you start to notice this abundance. So you might need to make some physical changes. Like, I'm not telling you to just quit your job without a plan. I'm just saying like there might need to be some backup plans to consider, like maybe finding another career that's more fulfilling or more financially predictable. And maybe if you're not feeling fulfilled in your relationship, there needs to be some conversation about that. Maybe considering couples therapy, or, asking yourself if this is a relationship you want to continue with. There could be a lot of things that you're thinking about and considering, like, have I outgrown this? Have I changed so much to the point where I don't recognize like what I'm existing in any longer? And that might be a hard thing to sit with and understand, like, oh, I've just been here like a shell of a human being, just sort of surrendering to my circumstances. And you might be reflecting now on how much time has passed and how odd it is that you didn't really clock how much was like passing in front of you. There might be a level of guilt with that, like, oh my gosh, all this time just passed and I didn't even like appreciate it, or I didn't notice it. I didn't see like how destructive things had become. And that's okay, because you're in a season of wanting to rebuild. There's a really positive idea that you have, maybe like it's going to start small, but it's going to be built up into something that's more grounded and stable, predictable, solid. And you're getting the message that it's time to walk away. The Eight of Cups is about like cutting your losses. There might have been some things you invested in that didn't turn out to be the way you had hoped, and there's some sadness around that. But not all hope is lost. There's still some cups standing here. And I think maybe what you're doing is rerouting these emotions. Cups represent water, representing emotions. It's like you're filling your cup in other places, or you're looking elsewhere for emotional fulfillment. Where you had invested has not given you the emotional fulfillment that you're desiring and needing and that your soul is craving. And it's asking you to walk away from anything that you don't align with anymore. And to embody this Queen of Wands energy, again, not gender specific. This is divine feminine power, really getting in touch with your solar plexus, which is your personal power, and also your emotions. And knowing that wherever it is you pour your time into, if this is career related, love related, financially related, you need to be pursuing something that's equally emotionally fulfilling and predictable. And when I say predictable, I mean like knowing that it's going to give you the stability that's needed for basic survival, financially, relationally, XYZ. Something has been lacking in these departments and it's causing you to feel removed from your own life. You might feel like you're just, existing. That keeps coming to mind. But the winds of change are asking you to change and asking you to move and asking you to choose a direction. And while there's fear about the unknown of what's next, there's also hope, because I can see that there's a glimmer of light here. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. If you change course, there's a potential for something more solid and stable, favorable. And I see the outcome is really positive. If you're able to move in these directions that Spirit's asking you to, you're going to find a lot of emotional fulfillment, peace. This will be a season where you're asked to step into a little bit more maturity. It is going to take work. It is going to take some time to feel grounded again. But it's going to lead to this really loving sweetness. I pulled some clarifying cards here. Let's just see what we have. Okay. The Four of Swords reverse tells me that you might be prone to overthinking. So just allow yourself to consider all these possibilities without judgment and remove yourself from any fear or guilt about what you couldn't control. It's like what's in the past is in the past. It's okay to start fresh. It's okay that something that you pursued that you really wanted to have be successful didn't come to fruition or didn't happen the way that you hoped, and that's okay. It's a season now. The Ace of Wands is about a spark of something brand new. You're being given a brand new chance to begin something new in a more grounded energy. And the Fool card here is the green light saying you're ready to move on to something new, something that's going to support you. You took the initial stages into pursuing something that would be more emotionally fulfilling, but you're being asked to change directions to pursue the same level of emotional fulfillment, but in a more grounded way. So that is your reading for August, Sagittarius. I hope that resonated. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you next time.